Hi, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about why you're not seeing evidence. Why nothing that you're seeing in your life is actually showing evidence of what you're trying to manifest. And yes, I'm doing the video from home because I've been pretty busy today, but I'd like you guys to understand a couple things, which I'll teach in this video. Is the biggest thing to let you guys know is if you're looking for evidence, you might end up disappointed because you're not always supposed to see evidence. If you're seeing evidence, it could be something minor or it could be something that it's just not a good habit to be looking for evidence when it comes to your manifestations. When it comes to asking God, you'll get signs. God will send you signs through the matrix, through your guardian angels, but I'm going to talk to you about and yeah, that's my ring. Very hardy ring. So, if you hear a slap, it's probably the ring. It's not my hand or finger or anything, but when it comes to your manifestations, you really do have to know. And what do I mean by manifestations? How is this video going to help you? It's going to help turn you to a standpoint of where you expect less evidence to be able to trust more in yourself, most importantly in the Most High God, and very importantly in just what the process and what's happening. Because if you, as a soldier in the war against light and dark, can get used to not seeing evidence, you will become the most powerful person just because you trust in the Lord so much. You'll have all this power behind you that you know is there, and this is the biggest thing. It's trust within yourself. It's trust in the process. It's trust in just get used to failing, because that's how you make it. That's a lot of these people who have actually made it to exactly where they are in life. You think they saw evidence right before they made their big wins? It's like loss, a minor win, loss, minor win, loss. Like a major Trump win, like just trumpets, they get trumped. It's just the entire thing is trumped. So it's just like boom. And it's the trump card. It's literally the trump card. So it literally knocks things out of the water. It's just like, is this even real? And you go to like, okay, this is real. Now, you have to ask yourself, what are you seeing evidence about? Even when you guys do see evidence, it's extremely short-lived. And what does that mean? So let's get practical. Let's talk about some examples. Let's just say that you're manifesting a dream house, right? And I'm gonna give this is a good example. Let me think for a second. You're manifesting a dream house, and you're looking for that one house that has this, and you're looking for your manifestations to come fruition. You're looking for signs to see if it's popping up on Google. You're looking for signs to see if it's if you're finding something that's a little close or just inches away from what you're actually desiring to attract. And you're looking for these just little things to lead up to it, or maybe you're looking for because everyone has these different expectations. So when you're manifesting any kind of dream house or desires or anything you're actually looking for to manifest into the 3D world, you have to get out of the habit of looking for something specific. And there's another door there. So you'll see a door, and there might be a picture of the door soon, but when it comes to your manifestations, act like you're just blind to the manifestations. Act like even if they're in front of you, you can't see it. So let me use a different example. So let's just say, I like to use the example of art. Let's just say you're an artist and you're manifesting this is a really good example. Let's just say you're manifesting your pictures that you paint or anything that you create to be number one. And this, I'm gonna tell you, coming from someone who has a viral video, because videos are art too, especially the ones that I teach to be able to help people, but which is all of them. But when you're a painter, you're doing a painting, and you put out 100 paintings. Maybe over the course of 3 years, you're putting out all these paintings. Your paintings are getting very good. They're getting a lot better. but you're not seeing any kind of evidence. No one's really paying your paintings attention. No one's painting. No one's painting is compared to yours. You're doing your own thing. You're not looking for evidence, but you just trust. 7 times will pass by thee until thou realizes the Most High is sovereign over all of kingdoms, and he will give them to whoever he pleases. And that's actually, I forget where that comes from exactly, because I'll go to say one Bible verse, and unless I write it down, I'll say another Bible verse. So that's a Bible verse. But if you guys can put that in the comment section to help other people too. But what am I saying? It's that you can have 3, 4, 5 years of constantly doing something, and you could be on the right track, but you're being tested for patience, which is in my last video. But you're not seeing any evidence. You may ask God for certain evidence, but you'll always have the feeling what you're doing is on the right path, or you won't always have that feeling. So let's just say you're committed to it and you know it's for you, but some people are committed to it and they don't know if it's for them. Then there's other tests to be to go through there. But when you know that's the right path for you and you're 100% set and that's 100% for you, but you're not seeing what you're doing and you're making the correct changes, you're doing everything you need to do. Sometimes the years that are going by are just making you so freakishly strong and you don't even know it. So when you finally get to, like, let's just say, and it won't take 4 or 5 years, it'll be less for some of you. Sometimes it'll take 4 or 5, but let's just say you do this every single day versus like a side hobby. A random time in your life, completely random, that's when God will want you to flourish and succeed. And you'll go from having these paintings that get no attention to having one painting that gets all the attention. It's not even the painting you thought it was. And boom, there was no evidence before that. None. Let me use myself as an example, because in certain videos I post won't get a lot of views. Certain videos won't get as many views. So when it comes to, yes, I'm using my arm, so I'm not gonna have a tripod. I'm actually using my arm instead for using the camera today because it's the blue background. But when it comes to you guys manifesting, or you asking God for something, or you're just putting out as much good energy as you possibly can, but you're not seeing anything. You might be seeing angel numbers, but they might not mean anything. Make sure you're making the necessary changes that you must be making. Make sure you're constantly learning. Ask, most importantly, God for guidance. Ask your angels for help. And you'll have a feeling as to what works, but when you feel it, you might not be able to see it. Just like your angels. Sometimes you can feel your angels, but you don't necessarily see them. That's same exact thing. I'm going to use this as an example for spirituality in a second. That's a very good example, but I'm going to use myself as an example. I had a really viral video. I post video. Maybe one's not popular, one's not popular. And what I mean by not popular, it's not at the front of the For You page or the algorithm. A lot of my videos do make it towards the front, but sometimes, because I put out a lot of videos, if you guys can't tell. So there will be a video, and then one of them just went super viral, like super viral. I'm not gonna say for no reason, because everything's for a reason, but it's God's reason. We can't understand it. So, and when it comes to God, he'll decide, okay, this is the time that you should get notoriety, fame, etc., clout for it. So there will be no evidence, and it'll just be, sometimes you do see evidence, and it's nice when you see evidence, but I'm not gonna say that you'll never see evidence, but just don't look for the evidence. Look at the journey and enjoy the journey, because then the evidence will be in the journey, if that makes sense. So, and let's talk about spirituality, because, ooh, this one's really good. How to connect to your angels and guides, and people are like, there's no evidence. I'm asking God, I'm asking my angels, I'm asking for help, and I don't see any evidence. Well, sometimes looking for evidence will set you backwards. So my biggest suggestion ever is to feel the evidence, to just have that feeling. Instead of first seeing the evidence, feel the evidence. So, and evidence is a very strong word, but you don't need to see evidence to be able to, I mean, I'm going to give you an example. When Jesus died on the cross, there was a bunch of people at the time who did not even believe that it was real. Unfortunately, people saw him die on the cross directly in front of them, and they still questioned it. People still didn't believe it. People still wanted to feel the scars. People, even when they're feeling and they're seeing, like, for people who are looking for very specific evidence, and that's people like, oh, I would like evidence that God is real. I'd like him to show himself directly in front of me. He's already done all that. He doesn't have to do that again. The feeling is stronger than seeing at this point. And that's, because even then, people will have guardian angels, these giant miracles happen, and some people will just be in disbelief still. Some people have the world's biggest miracles happen directly in their faces, and they'll be like, did that really happen? Oh. And they won't process it because they're not feeling anything. They won't feel the evidence, so they won't even be able to process it when they see it. So, yes, Jesus died for our sins. And people still don't believe, like, oh, well, and even back then they were feeling the scars, and it's like, it took all that, like, you were in the time of when he died on the cross, and you still don't believe it? Like, so get in the process of feeling the evidence, because even if you're someone who's moving closer to God, when you're talking to God, you don't go to look for God. I don't see him in the room. You feel him in your heart and you feel him in your soul. So this actually helps people on their journey and moving closer to God as well. Don't look through your eyes, because the eyes deceive. The eyes are deceiving. The eyes are incredibly deceiving. The third eye is how you get your truth. That's your intuition. So people are like, I want to shut my third eye. You want to shut your intuition? It's already shut if you're asking for it to be shut. But and that's a whole video topic on its own. But you guys really have to feel the evidence. So you'll have a good, and I'll tell you how to feel the evidence right now. There's 2 chakras that allow you to feel the evidence. In your heart and in your stomach. What do I mean stomach? Heart, mind, and soul. Yeah, your heart, but your stomach's, aka your solar plexus chakra, is your second mind. So really feel in your heart. I'll give you an example. Let's just say you've been applying to all these jobs. And you have not gotten into any of them yet. Feel in your heart. Like, put your hand over your heart. Put your hand over your stomach. Ask yourself, how does my heart feel? How does my stomach feel? Or my solar plexus feel? And just ponder, just think about it for a second. Like, it feels like something good is coming against all odds. It just feels like something good is coming. Something very good is coming. So you can feel it. When you're off the right track, you'll feel like, oh, there's something wrong here. Oh, I should make a change. I should stop doing something. Oh, I should start getting more protection crystal jewelry, etc. Oh, there's something strange around me. Versus, you just have a refreshing feeling in your heart chakra and then your stomach. It's like, this is the evidence you need. It's just feeling it, because the body is older than the mind. And when you feel inside of you, like when you just know something's correct. For example, there are certain things that happen in the world, but the evidence and evidence can be contrary, because you might see evidence that looks like it's working against you. That's a very important point in this video, is you might look for evidence, and you looking so hard for evidence, you might find evidence that what you're seeing is the opposite of what you want to happen. So you're looking for the ultimate job. It could be the ultimate soulmate, the ultimate spiritual gift to be opened, and you're looking and you're looking and looking, and you looking for evidence through your 2 eyes, because the eyes will lie. And you'll find everything pointing to whatever you want's not coming true. Versus, instead of looking outward, try this exercise right now. Just picture something you desire, something you're wanting in your life, and you're attracting it to you. Close your eyes right now, to the beautiful people watching this video. Close your eyes and feel inside your heart. Feel inside your solar plexus, aka stomach, and just ask yourself, what do I want the most in life? What do I desire the most in my life? Because the desire is better to say, and just be like, am I on the right track? Is what I'm doing, and this is the evidence that this is all the evidence you need. You ask God, you can ask God, and once you ask, it's already on its way to you. And just be like, feel it in your heart and soul. If you feel like an extreme peace, there's your evidence. It's like, okay, what I'm manifesting, even though it's completely invisible, everything around you is completely invisible. The 3D world lies to you. Everything is lying. I mean, everything you're seeing through your eyes is showing you something other than the actual reality that you're in. It's showing you what's right now. It's not showing you the future, because every second becomes the past and every second becomes the future. So, in essence, everything we're perceiving through our eyes is an illusion. And there's a whole video behind that those couple of words, but just get in that, I mean, like I say, just get in the habit. Once you ask God, he knows you asked. Now trust. But what is trust? It's feeling, go in your soul. And even for those who are struggling in connecting to Jesus and connecting to the Most High God, and you're not feeling it in your soul, I mean, if you're not feeling it in your soul, then take some time to isolate what's around you. Like, wait, are there bad people around me? And you better believe, if you have doubtful people around you, there are some people who don't even believe in manifestation. People are in the YouTube comment section saying, oh, manifestation's demonic. Your word is demonic. I'm like, okay, everything's demonic at that point. At that point, I don't take those kind of Christians seriously because they're not actual Christians. They're the enemy sending people in disguise. But if division is their decision, if their decision is to divide, then their judgment is. I had a whole rhyme for that. If division is their intention, then okay, I had a whole rhyme behind that. If division is their decision, if division's their decision, then judgment. I have to write this down. If division is this, if division is their decision, then their judgment is God's decision. That's a mouthful, and that's a lot to think about too. So if someone's true intention is to divide, then that's their judgment belongs to God, regardless. But what am I saying in this video? Go inward. Feel evidence. When you talk to God, feel his love in your soul. Just feel that love. Just don't look outside of, I don't see a love, like, they don't see me. Because some people will just get, some people will get like frazzled and be like, I'm not seeing anything. I'll give you an example. For people, and yeah, my hand is my tripod. So for people going out into the world who are trying to attract love, they'll look to see who's looking at them. Like, I don't see anyone looking at me. When as soon as you look down at your phone, 100 people are looking at you. If you're looking for evidence with your eyes, you're gonna push the evidence away with your eyes. And you're in everything else too. Your whole energy field aligned up pushing away blessings. But once you know in your soul that whatever you're manifesting is on its way to you, all you have to do is trust. Ignore evidence outside your soul and really just get into a habit of feeling. If you don't feel like whatever's on its way to you, then that's shadow work that has to be done. Why don't you feel that way? Do you feel like you don't deserve it? Etc. So then you'll have to do affirmations and do positive reassessment of your mind to really focus onto where you need to be. Now, this video is very simple, but it has you going into introspection. Don't look outwards for evidence. The evidence, all the evidence you need is in your heart, mind, and soul through the Most High God. When you look inside of your soul for evidence, the evidence outside you, I mean, when your blessing comes to you, because it's on its way, when you ask God it's on your way, it won't even surprise you. Why is that? It's because you're not looking for evidence. So you'll be able to hold the blessing even that much longer. And not just that much longer, for good. You'll be able to hold that blessing. That blessing is now yours. Because even when people get their blessing and they're used to looking for evidence, maybe the next day they have, like, let's just say oh, this is a really good one. This video is going to be a couple seconds longer, but for example, people will manifest a soulmate into their life and they're used to looking for evidence, and let's just say the soulmate's asleep. And that person, like, let's just say they're texting and calling the soulmate and they're not answering. It's because they're asleep. They're taking a nap. And they wake up and now they scared them off because the evidence showed that they're not messaging them back, but that person was asleep. They were taking a nap. So when you just feel it in your heart and soul, just know, like, okay, everything's working in my favor and that's it. There's nothing else to it. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do and it's coming to me. And keep in mind, for the people who watch the video this long, the more patient you are when it comes to, and the less you look for evidence, the stronger the blessing becomes. So it's like gaining a muscle. So you being patient for that long just makes other blessings come to you much easier. Usually all your blessings come to you at once and you won't even be surprised when it comes to you. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Make sure you check out FloridaStoneman.com. And I'm gonna have to write that quote from earlier down from if their decision was division, then judgment is God's decision. Woohoo! How cool! If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Don't look for evidence. Feel inside you what you're doing is right. If it doesn't feel right, then work on that, and then even trick yourself into feeling right. If you know you're on the right track, then manifest something otherwise. Just, that's why people say fake it till you make it. Just do what you're supposed to do. Be on the right track. Love yourself. Love others. Do right. Stay in the right. And if you don't feel like it's yours, practice positive affirmation. Believe it's yours, and it's yours anyway. You don't need to see any kind of evidence. That's about it. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.